Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto. Welcome to another video. This time I have with me the brand new Tamron 50-300mm F4.5-6.3 full frame lens for Sony E-mount cameras. This is a brand new lens released this June 2024. But first, minor disclaimer, this lens is not mine. It's only on loan from Focus Nordic Finland. Big thanks Focus Nordic for letting me borrow this lens so I can try it out and make this video. This is not gonna be a full review of this lens. I'm sure you can find a proper pixel peeping review here on YouTube. This is more like a user experience, but of course I'm gonna share a few thoughts on the optical performance too later in this video. This lens is much like a little brother of the 50-400mm Tamron zoom lens. They cut off 100mm at the long end of the focal length, and they managed to squeeze the whole thing into a really super compact package. I mean, this may look like a big lens on a camera, but in real life it's not a big lens. This weighs in only about, was it 665 grams or something? And the size is not huge. Let me remove the hood and you can see it's really super compact for such a versatile focal length range. Not only is this a lot more compact than the big brother, the 50-400mm, this is also a lot more affordable than the big brother. This is, I think, roughly about half the price of the 50-400, which makes this a lot more appealing to many recreational photographers. And the compact size also makes this so much more attractive for travel photography. I had the big brother, the 50-400, with me during my trip last winter, 6-month trip to Australia and Southeast Asia, and it's a really amazing lens, but it is a little bit big for traveling, especially now that the airlines are so much more strict with the cabin baggage and strict than before, I mean. So next time when I travel, I'd much rather have this with me than the 50-400, and I'm very happy to sacrifice that extra 100mm at the long end because I can always crop in slightly if I need a bit more reach. The range is super useful, at least for me, because as you know, if you have been watching my videos, you know that I'm not a big fan of short telephoto lenses for general photography. But this starts from 50mm, so it's pretty much like the nifty 50 at the short end, which makes it so much more fun and usable for me compared to the more traditional 70-300 or something similar. The 50mm wide end focal length makes this suitable for street photography, for example. And while the size is not exactly ideal for any kind of inconspicuous street shooting, it's still not prohibitive either, for example, compared to the 50-400, which would be way too big and heavy and also somehow attraction grabbing for street photography. And you still have that 300, oops, I have the lock on, you still have the 300mm reach available anytime you feel that you need to grab something that is a little bit further away, or you want to compressed perspective or whatever. it's obvious that Tamron emphasized the compact size and lightweight when they designed this lens. However, they did not sacrifice the optical quality. This lens is very sharp and I can't find many optical flaws on this lens. But I have to say that the big brother, the 50-400, is optically better than this. But I'm not saying that this would be bad or you would get unsatisfactory results on this lens either. But I guess there is a small price you have to pay for the ultimate compact size and lightweight. However, I think the results that you can get with this lens, if you know what you're doing, are not disappointing, and I certainly have been very happy with the pictures that I've shot on this lens so far. So no big complaints or whining about the optical quality. The autofocus speed is fantastic, as you can expect from a Tamron lens, and the minimum focusing distance at 50mm is only 22 centimeters, 0.22 meters, and that'll give you 1:2 reproduction ratio, which is almost like a macro. So this lens is very good also for capturing some casual close-ups, whether it's your coffee cup or something else. The build quality feels very high. The exterior is the same high quality composite plastic that Tamron uses for most of their lenses. And this is also weather sealed, which is important if you travel and you don't want to stop shooting if a sudden rain shower or something appears. And the feature set all in all is not bad. This has one programmable button and also optical stabilizer, which is really handy, especially when you're using the longer focal lengths. And you can't ignore the Tamron Lens Utility app, which is simply excellent. It allows you to customize your Tamron lens in so many ways, and you can also update the firmware. Some things that I really like on this Tamron 50-300mm zoom lens are the very good optical performance, compact size, lightweight, weather sealing, and the feature set in general. And also, this is quite affordable. Right now, based on my experience so far, I can't really find many downsides. Right now, at the launch, this is only available for Sony E-mount cameras, but I sincerely hope this will also become available at least for Nikon Z users, because this is a super nice lens and it would be almost like a shame to offer it only for Sony E-mount shooters. That's all this time. I hope this Tamron 50-300mm coverage was enjoyable and useful. And if it was, please do consider buying me a cup of coffee. There's a link down below for that if you don't live in Finland. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon in the next video.